Doing okay. Not much going on. It's Zombie Army Trilogy right now. Maybe a short stream tonight. Not a stream too long. I'm in the mood. Did it turn up the sound?
Hey, stop it. Hey.
Secret. What's up, Pointy Fear? How you doing, dude?
Berlin is burning, and all souls
going on with you?
here are damned. The streets crawl with Nazi zombies. Find the source of this unearthly scourge.
Doing alright? Indeed. Yeah. Yeah, can't go out in the open. Just looking at a big sniper. Can't. What's up, Goldie? How you doing? Goddamn sniper, man. I cannot kill the sniper. It just keeps camping the top. I hate when the sniper will do this shit. Hey, how you doing, Goldie? What you been up to, Goldie? You been alright? Guessing you saw the news for the DNF duel. What's up, Necron? How you doing? What's up with you? How you been? Kept me on that hold all the time. I could not move. I hate the snipers in this game. It's so broken. It's really hard to deal with them. That's one thing that's the most unbalanced job in this game is the sniper. Way too accurate. Can't run. It's impossible to dodge. It's really broken. It's really broken. It's so impossible to dodge snipers. They will hit you from anywhere. It's so broken. You can't juke them, you can't dodge them. It's like, oh my god, you can't stay in open area, you can't stay in closed areas because they will hit you. Fucking hell, man. It's so fucking annoying. It's so accurate. I have to hurdle because I'm afraid just to go out because they're gonna kill me. Jump out and say, oh, headshot. Doesn't matter what you do. It's so bullshit. I hate it so much. Oh, God. You cannot dodge their shit. There's nowhere to stand. You can't stand anywhere safe. That's what sucks. Like, you're... Ugh. This is one thing I didn't like about this game. It was the one thing I did not like. The snipers. Make the sniper way too smart. The new one, the fourth one, it's not as bad. They're more easy. They're easier. They're more tolerable. This game, they're really annoying. Especially when you have to fight like 4 or 5 of them at the same time. And they're all doing that to you. You literally just staying behind a pillar. You're like, I can't move. Because if I move, they'll kill me. And they know exactly where you are. And it doesn't even matter if they can't see you. They know where you're at. They will shoot you, no matter what. I haven't found a way to exploit them, to kill them. Even if I stand up here, they'll hit me even faster. It's like, hey, is there anywhere safe I can stand? Two of them sniping me in the back. Doesn't matter where I stand. And then I gotta worry about the gunner at the same time while I'm dealing with 3 snipers. With the gunner at the same time. Like, where the fuck are you supposed to stand when all 3 of those guys are attacking you at the same time? Holy shit, I don't even remember how I did this. I think I had to cheat. It's like so bad. Been okay. How about you, dude? Nothing new, really. What you been up to? It's been waiting. I've just been working. Just working. Waiting for new stuff to come out next year. Not till February at least. So but luckily, there's been a lot of good news coming out. I'm happy. Oh, yeah, already? You already beat it? It didn't even last you a week, man. You already beat the damn thing? It didn't last very long. Pretty short. What am I supposed to deal with the general battle? Ooh, this sucks. There's no hammer with it. Ooh boy. Problem. Can't kill him. I have no bullets. Beat this fucker. I got through it. Oh man. It had like no ammo. Oh man. I had no ammo, man. I was running off the skin of my teeth, man. I was like, oh shit. I was scrounging for ammo so hard.
In a bid to seek out the source of the demonic evil,
I can't get the boss on this. That doesn't work.
Earth under Berlin. Somewhere in this sprawling underground facility lies the clue to salvation.
I'm not that strong, man. Shoe in the head. I don't think my shoe's gonna do much damage. Yeah, kicking's not a very effective strategy, by the way. Zombies hit really hard. They're actually one of the hardest hitting enemies in the game. They do more damage to you than most enemies. I think the only characters that do more damage than the zombies are the snipers. Zombies hit really hard. That's why it's not a good idea to get in close quarters with them. Because they'll end you so fast. I think you die like 3 hits. 3 hits, you're dead. That's how easy they can kill you. It literally 2 hits puts you in red. So that's why I'm always away from them. 'Cause I don't want to get I don't want to get in their I don't want to get in their face. I know better. I guess they can still attack you even with their head gone. It's pretty brutal. So the fourth one is a lot easier in that regard. I like the fourth one a little bit more in some areas, but I like this game in other areas. The fourth one has like more moves, which I like. You have like super moves and shit. You also have like moves to regain life, I guess. You don't have that. Yeah, what else is new with you, man? Anything else? Or same old shit? Just playing Final Fantasy, that's it. Not playing anything else. I mean, there's not much else going on, really. I mean, what else do you want to play? Is there anything else? What's up, One You Fear? Am I gonna try out biking? Probably not. I don't think so. I don't, like I said, I don't think anything in Strive at this point is really gonna do anything for me. So. I mean, if you enjoy it, I mean, that's fine. I don't want to play something I don't like. You want to see me play something where I'm just miserable? Do you want to see that? All I'll be doing is bitching the entire time, and not playing. That's pretty much what I'll do. But I'm excited for this weekend. This weekend is hype. A special fighting game stream this weekend. I highly recommend coming by. It's gonna be hype. Yeah, I was squealing like a girl when I saw the announcement. I was like, oh my fucking god, my body is ready. My body is ready. Get it, boys. DNF Duel's coming out. It's like awesome Christmas present. I was like, oh my god, we're gonna have DNF Duel. So ready. I'll be playing that shit all day on the weekend, man. I'll be locking myself in the room like, don't bother me. Playing fighting games. Leave me alone. I'm excited because I don't know anything about the game. They didn't reveal anything about the game other than the videos. There's no instructions. There's nothing. So you're going to go in completely blind. With no idea what to expect. So I'm like, oh man, that's even more exciting because I don't know what to expect. I love that mystery, dude. So they don't tell you how to do the moves. They don't tell you how to do. They'll tell you what features in the game. They don't tell you anything. I like that. Just again, it's that suspense. I just don't know what I'm going to encounter. So, alright, time to use my legacy skills. Put them to the test. See if I can figure shit out. Hope what I find, it's like glorious. I hope it's glorious. I can put my faith into something and say, oh my god, I'm actually going to put time into a fighting game now. A lot of time. Yeah, did you see it? Did you see the video? They also showed the next character too. Oh, not this fucking. This has fucking snipers up the ass, man. say this is like one of the worst sniper areas. Hiding behind the train all day. I can't even see it. Oh my god, this is so blinding. It's so hard to see the snipers. Such a pain in the ass. That shit, man. I don't know where they're at. Easy. don't think it'll be hard. I have a feeling it's not going to be hard. I think you can. Shit. Shit. It's fucking another one. 6. So many in this area. Yeah, I don't. Sorry. I mean, interrupt what I was saying. Sorry, I can talk now. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, just I don't think you have to worry about the auto combos too much. I'm trying to. This is just based off the evidence I saw in the game. You know, it doesn't look like it's auto combo based. I don't think it is. It doesn't look like it. From what I see. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. Start just a Mr. God. Oh. I think he got stuck. Yeah, I don't think you have anything. I'm just trying to be positive, you know? I mean, I want to play a good fighting game. Believe me, I do. I'd like to. I just, you know, I wish Melty Blood had the problems fixed that it did, but doesn't look like they're gonna fix them, which is unfortunate. I mean, it looks hype to me. I mean, from what I saw, it looks hype. It doesn't look disappointing. The thing is, though, they gotta also understand, too, we haven't seen enough footage to really make a determination about what the game's all about. We really don't know enough. The videos are so... We haven't heard anything about mechanics. We haven't heard anything about the UI. We don't know. All we know is it's coming to PS4, PS5, PC, and that there's a beta. That's all we know. We don't know anything else. And the characters that they've seen. That's all we've seen. We have no other evidence to make a solid conclusion yet. It's just like it's even less info than Guilty Gear Strive when it first came. It's really no info. I mean, you figure by now they would have shown the UI, they would have shown the game, like the mechanics, what buttons are used. Nothing like that. We haven't seen any of that shit. wouldn't worry too much, dude. I wish I could. I wish I could tell you more. I wish I knew more, but I don't know anything else. Trust me, I'm excited. I am pretty excited. Trust me, when they made that announcement today, I was really giddy. Versus because it plays like Street Fighter. I don't like Street Fighter games. I don't like ground-based Street Fighter games. I think they're boring. Like I played enough of those when I was young. I think that style of game is just too basic for me. I like shit. Yeah, that's the main reason why I don't. You son of a bitch. There's like two more snipers on top of that. Oh man. God damn it. God damn it. You love it? What, you like Street Fighter? Yeah, like I said, I don't like Street Fighter, dude. I just don't. You know? I really don't. Like, I really can't sit there and play Street Fighter. Stop. Like, we can just talk for a little bit. I'm not gonna stay up too much longer than like another hour. So. We can talk if you want to talk. just want to get some zombie killing in for a little bit. I'd rather play the new one, but until I get the DLC for it, I'm not. But yeah. I mean, you can like it. I mean, I'm not saying you can't like it, dude. You don't need my permission to like it. You know, just I wish I could love it, dude, but I just can't. You know, I know what I like. I'm picky. Like I'm really picky. You have to understand that. I'm super fucking picky because I've played a lot of fighting games. You have to understand that. I'm like, I've been playing fighting games since 1985, dude. 1985. Seriously. That's 36 years I've played fighting games. 36 years. I've played everything under the sun. And, it's evolved quite a bit. Don't get me wrong, fighting games have evolved from Street Fighter 1. But I feel like some games, like, I've reached a point where I used to play Street Fighter. I used to play KOF. I used to play World Heroes, Samurai Showdown, Fatal Fury. All that shit I used to play back in the day. Like all the time. Go to the arcades. Samurai Showdown, all that shit. I go to the arcades, play that crap all the time. And I was pretty good at it. But I had a lot of interest in it because back then it was fresh. Now, and then the next level, when I got introduced into anime fighters, I was like, man, I can't go back to fucking Street Fighter. Like, it feels like such a regression, from, going from Street Fighter 2 to, like Street Fighter 2, and then it went to Alpha, and then it went to KOF, and then next step after that was Guilty Gear for me. Like Guilty Gear X just changed the whole game. For me, it was just like, holy fuck, what the fuck is this? I played Marvel too. Marvel's Capcom, Marvel X-Men vs Street Fighter, which was a big change too. But Guilty Gear really like set the bar for me, where I was like, I can't go back to older fighting games like that anymore. I just can't. I feel, I like the way those fighting games feel because of just how much freedom you have. The creative freedom and just the amount of shit you can do is just ungodly compared to playing a game like Street Fighter, which your mobility is very limited, your options are very limited. You can do so much more in Guilty Gear where it's just like, I love the mind games and I like when it gets really deep. I like the quick reactions. I like just the ton of things you can do. I like it. It's engaging. So I guess it pushes me better. Whereas like Street Fighter doesn't really push me because I'm not big on, what's the word, like, I'm not a big thing about execution, believe it or not. You would think I'm an execution nut, but I'm not. I'm actually not one of those guys I don't like one frame timing in fighting games. That's one reason I don't like Street Fighter, because there's so many like one frame links. A lot of that shit I don't really care for. I don't find enjoyment in that. So I know a lot of people do, but I don't. Believe it or not, like Guilty Gear Xrd, which is my favorite fighting game probably of all time, actually has some of the most lax execution. It's still difficult, but it's not as strict as other games, because like Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 3 execution is much more strict, whereas Guilty Gear Xrd is actually quite lenient. But it doesn't feel like potato. It's not like it's just any idiot can do it. It's just, it feels good, where it doesn't feel annoying to do moves. Where Strive, its pacing is bad. The execution, I think, is higher in Strive. Like, to do moves, it takes more effort. And it just doesn't feel good to me when I do them. It just feels like, oh god, why is everything so, like, feels off, feels sluggish. slow, weighty. It just doesn't feel good to do shit. Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't think they're gonna do that though. Why would they? Why would they do it? Why would they do it? That's the thing. Like, why would they do it? Give me a reason why they would do it. It's like you're telling, oh man, you open up the Gatling system. Sure, open up the Gatling system. Okay, what for? Like, why would you do it? Like, give me a good reason. You know. I was also happy about this. This got announced for PC. This got an. I was happy. I was happy about this. I actually do want to play this game. I'm glad it got the PC version. I'm still. This is like. I like these type of action RPGs. They're fun. This looks good. It's been like in development for a long time. It looks really good. I'm hoping they improved it even more. I'm glad it's coming to PC now. Let's reason to own a PS5 now. I'm like, sweet, more games I don't need to own a PS5 for. It's like, cool, it's all PC. That's all I want. Just give me everything on computer. All I fucking care. Looks really good. I know it got delayed a year already. Like, I like the world of Grand Blue. Grand Blue has a nice world. The music's really good. The character art's really good. I just don't like the fighting game. This looks fun. I'd definitely play some more of this. The government's crazy. Yeah, this totally looks like something I would play. This looks so fun. Like, it looks amazing. It really does. So much character variety too, which is really nice. So many different characters. Reminds me, it kind of has that East feel to it. Yeah, PS4, PS5, and Steam. So that's a buy for me. That looks like a buy. I hope it's a great. I hope it's a nice, big, giant game. I really hope there's lots to do. I mean, the combat alone looks really stellar. So I have to give credit to the combat system. It looks really fucking stellar. Yeah, look at all the playable. Look at all these playable characters. Gran, Lyria, Vern, Catalina, Reckham, Io, Eugene, Rosetta, Roland. Holy shit. There's so many characters. I was like, holy fuck, that's a good amount of characters. It's at least 12. That's crazy. That's a lot for an... Oh, let's freaking go. Yeah, it looks amazing. It looks like it's going to be a really fantastic RPG. And the fact that it's multiplayer. The fact that it has multiplayer, that makes it even better. I was like, oh my god, you can play with friends. I was like, that's fucking sick. So, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna be playing. Yeah, it's 4-player co-op. It's really fucking cool. Yeah, all the quests are multiplayer. So it's like playing and almost like playing an MMORPG almost in a sense, but it's single player. You like Belial? I didn't really like follow the game too much when I played the fighting game. I only used Fairy, and I quit the game like really fast. I was like, I just wasn't feeling it. You know, I'm sure there's cool. I like to see the other characters, but I want to play them in the game, see what they feel like. Because they're obviously going to play different in an RPG setup. You want to spawn RPG? Spawn RPG, man. Yeah, I'm just not interested in the Grand Blue fighting game. I'm just really not. Just really don't give a shit about it. But yeah. The only other thing, like besides that, is of course DNF Duel, which is yeah, I'm glad they confirmed it for PC. That made me because I was skeptical about getting rid of my PS5, and I was like, oh man, if it's only on PS5, then I have to keep my PS5. So I'm glad it's coming to PC. So it says it will release for PC. So we already know it's coming to PC. So I already know now. I don't have to worry about keeping my PS5. Narmaya's pretty hot. I like Narmaya. I have a figure of her actually. She's pretty waifu. But like I said, there's just something about that game when I also there's a lot of shit you can't do in that game, which I don't like. The fact that the defense in that game is really crap. Like I noticed that game, like you have to really respect people's pressure in that game. You really can't challenge anything. And even in later updates, they kind of ruined the game because they ruined a lot of the people's invincibility on their moves. So a lot of stuff can't go through anything. I've seen the changes in the latest like patches, and there's like God, they just look like they're just ruining characters. It's like yeah, we're just taking away all the invincibility in the moves, so basically you can't challenge anything. You know, it's like okay, so you have to respect quick moves because they keep you in block stun, and you can't use reversals because they're not invincible. So I'm just like, well, this sucks. Like, what are you supposed to do? When somebody's pressuring you really bad and jumping's not safe, fucking it's like there's just no options. The roll and the sidestep don't do enough because they're exploitable. So it's like you have a lot of stuff that just doesn't work, and it's like okay, why even use it? So you make the mechanics really weak or really useless. It's like okay, so I just gotta sit there and block everything, and just hopefully they mess up. And you can't challenge. They don't have to respect anything you do. So I noticed that as a problem with the game. I was like, yeah, they need to work on the defensive stuff a little better. It seems like it's way too weak. But yeah, there's some characters literally just rush you down so hard and you can't do anything. You literally kind of have to respect everything they do, and you just can't challenge it. So yeah, I just see like characters like Percival. I was like, oh, Percival's invincible dash move where he like swings a sword and goes through shit. They got rid of all of the invincibility, so it's like you could literally just punch him out of it. But also, too, not only that, the other reason why Grand Blue's terrible is the netcode. Netcode's fucking garbage. One of the worst. Like, who's gonna play a game with shitty netcode? It's like you need to put rollback into Grand Blue if you want it to actually have a lasting appeal, which it's not going to. Like nobody really cares about Grand Blue. If you look at like the Steam labs, like look at Steam charts. Like I look at Grand Blue Fantasy. Wouldn't be surprised if it's like, look at that shit. Look at that. Look how bad it is. 136? God damn. Talk about. That's worse than fucking Melty Blood. Dude. Like, no one's playing this shit, dude. Hardly anybody playing this shit. It's like, wow, what a joke. Like I said, Melty Blood isn't even that bad. Type Lumina has more people than that. The Melty Blood died sadly too. Melty Blood just a shame. It just went down from 12,500 players, 13,000 down to 230. It's so sad. Like poor Melty Blood. Melty Blood just got kicked to the curb, man. Like a bad whore. Poor Melty Blood. You know, but then you look at Blaze Blue, which is insane. Look at this shit, man. Look at that shit. Fourth. That's god damn. That resurgence. When I saw that, it says like, holy shit. That is insane. The game just fucking that spike right there. Like rip, just roll back. Rip. Look it up. 4,500 players. I was like, wow. I said, that's a lot of people for an old ass game. I was like, man, you need to do the same shit with Grand Blue and all those other games. Like, no excuse at this point. Like, that's proof right there. Imagine if Grand Blue had rollback. I bet you the numbers would probably jump up to thousands. Because I even think, like, Guilty Gear Strive, I don't even think has that many people. Yeah, look how much Guilty Gear Strive's tapered off. Like, Guilty Gear Strive has been dropping, like, just slowly dropping more and more and more, you know? Even with the Happy Chaos, it didn't really add that many players. It really didn't. It's like, it's getting stagnant. I think the game's getting stagnant. It's like, it's just, this was the balance change, and then now, the new character, it's like, it's not that much of a resurgence, you know. It's gonna go dropping again. So I don't think. Hey, you going? All right, man. Good seeing you, Fear. You take care, man. See you later. Tekken 7, I think, is still healthy. Tekken 7, man. Jesus God, man, that's healthy, man. Tekken 7 is doing amazing, dude. It's gone up in players, man. Look at that shit. It's gone up in players. It hasn't gone down. It's gone up. It went down to like 3,000, and then it went. And that was in 2020. And now it's back up to fucking 8,000 players in 2000. God, crazy, man. Tekken 7's doing so well. It's just kicking the shit out of everything. Like nothing. I don't even think Street Fighter 5 comes close. Not even close. This is Guilty Gear Strive numbers. But there are more players playing this than Strive, it looks like. But I expect that. It's Street Fighter. Of course, they announced a new character. It jumps up a couple thousand people because people are all excited for it. But yeah. Tekken 7 is the king. Tekken 7 owns fighting games. This is the undisputed champion. You just can't argue with Tekken 7. Tekken 7 produces the results. It's always been a solid base fighting game. The lowest it's dipped is 3,000. It hasn't dipped lower than that. $29.99. That's the absolute lowest the game's ever been. It's impressive. It's just, Jesus, just thousands of people play this shit. It's like crazy, man. How much this game like dominates the fighting game charts. Like there's nothing. Yeah, that's about it. Poor Samurai Showdown. Most disappointing game, man. 10 people. Oh my god. Like this is so sad. When Biking got announced right here. Biking! I'm like, or whatever, she was coming out in October, September, and then we went up a whopping 20 people. I was like, what a joke. I like poor Samurai Showdown. It is the laughing stock of fighting games, dude. This is the laughing stock of fighting games. The absolute laughing stock. It's like, God, how the mighty have fallen. Just seeing Samurai Showdown, this pathetic, is sad. It's like, yep, so SNK, you done fucked up. You fucked it. You blew it. You fucking blew it. That's what you did. SNK, you fucking blew it. Hard. You fail. You are the weakest link. Like, Jesus God. King of Fighters game at least get love, you know? Like, it's, 13, 221. More than that. Unlimited match, 132. Ultimate Edition, 47. So that's more than Samurai Showdown. KOF 14, 211. Only a few people. Like I said, when KOF 15 comes out, it's going to have thousands of people playing it. But yeah, these games, they hold up. I mean, nothing insane numbers. I mean, they have a crowd, but it's very small. KLF is a very small crowd. It's really down in size. KLF used to be a lot larger. Used to be, actual competitor with Street Fighter. Now it's just a sideshow. Like, even if KOF 15 comes out, I don't think it'll have the presence. It just won't. I mean, even look how it started, 1,000 players. That's not very much at a launch of a game. That's pretty bad. Like, that's not good at all. That's bad. Not a lot of hype there, that's for sure. And then the numbers just dwindling by half right off the bat. And it just goes to shit. It's like, yeah, pretty sad. And then they had the update. The update wasn't that great, and people were just back to the fucking bullshit. And it's been bullshit ever since then. There was an update, I think, here or something here. And then that was it. KOF did. KOF is goose. KOF's goose is cooked. Yeah, unfortunately, that's the future of that game. But we'll see what happens with DNF Duel. I mean, I already know DNF Duel is going to have a lot of people playing the beta. I mean, the fact that, I'm happy it's 2, the timing's perfect. Because Friday and Saturday I'm off. Friday I gotta do some errands. Saturday I gotta watch a movie in the afternoon. After I'm done, I'm gonna go straight home and eat dinner and then play DNF Duel the whole night. That's all I'm gonna do. Yeah, but on 17 at 6 p.m., we are gonna be streaming DNF Duel all night. Like, get ready, guys. My body is ready. I'm gonna lock myself in my room. It's like, all right, guys, play DNF Duel from dusk till dawn. I'll probably be streaming it from like 6 in the morning till like 4 in the morning. Yeah, 6 p.m. to 4 in the morning. Sorry, 6 p.m. to 4 in the morning. So I'll make sure to download it, like whenever they release the details for the download, so I can get it. And then we'll check it out. Hopefully it's good. But trailer looked really good. I like the characters that they showed. Pretty good shit. I just hope it's a good game. Stage looks really nice.
또 다음 일인가? 진짜 임무는 지금부터다.
Like all that shit there. Like, oh shit, so many characters. My body is ready. Yeah, just when they dropped that shit like that, I was like, God damn, like, I was shocked. I was shocked when I was surprised they dropped it out of no. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. That just dropped me off. That was caught me off guard so hard. I was like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, really? I really thought this weekend it was gonna be like them showing new characters. Like, oh, here's the next 6 characters or something. 5 characters, which they did. And then, oh, here it's, the release dates, this, next year, 2022, summer or something, these platforms. I thought that was going to be the most we were going to get. I didn't really think they were going to say, oh, here's a beta test out of fucking nowhere. And just say, oh, yeah, it's going in direct head with King of Fighters. I'm like, damn, you got some guts, son. You got some guts for directly competing with King of Fighters. Like, you get some balls. I mean, I like that. I mean, the fact that they're actually that confident that their game's gonna not be shunned by KOF. I hope it's not. I don't want to see KOF just shit all over this game and nobody plays it. Or it turns out it's a really boring game. I hope not. I hope this game is amazing. It's been in development for fucking 3 years, I think. 2-3 years. So they've been working on it for a long time. I think they've been starting it since 2019. Because it got revealed. I think last year they showed a trailer, but I think it's been in development before that. Like, so it's been going like 2 to 3 years. It's been in development, at least 2 to 3 years. So I think, but for sure, I'm positive it's gonna get a release date. We're probably gonna see the release date after the beta. I wouldn't be surprised. They're probably gonna say, "All right, I hope you enjoyed the beta. Game's coming out, they could say summer, because we don't even know how many characters are gonna be at launch. It could be 16. It could be 10. It could be 12. We don't know. We don't know how many characters are gonna be. They have a lot of characters in the game, so there's a lot they can choose from. So we'll see. Yeah, summer is my bet. I think summer, July, it's gonna hit based on just the timing of everything. I mean, I knew something was gonna happen because when I saw the YouTube page. I saw the YouTube page. I was like, they kept posting videos so fast. I was like, okay, what's all these videos? Because they showed this 3 weeks ago. I was like, oh, cool, they showed an updated trailer. And then they showed the Berserker trailer a week later. And then they showed the Inquisitor trailer. I was like, okay, these trailers are coming like every other day. And then it's like, now they're showing trailers like every day now, it seems like. So I'm wondering if they're going to show the next 4 characters within the next 4 days. So my guess is the beta is going to have all 10 of these characters for play. I guess. So don't be surprised if they show the next 4. By the time the beta comes out, okay, here's all the characters that are going to be in the beta. Here's the 10. And then at that point, they'll probably say, okay, maybe after that's done, they'll say, here's more characters. And then here's the release date. I can see that happening. I mean, because they're definitely laying it hard right now. They're showing a presence now. They're like, hey, we're ready to be the next big anime fighter. And it's nice to see a Korean company get its head in the ring like this, like competing with a Japanese, like a large Japanese anime community, where it's like, hey, try a Korean anime fighter, see if you like it. And it's like maybe they'll blow our mind. Maybe the Koreans will actually go, hey, we want to make something more. You know, sometimes I feel like the Koreans and the Chinese, they want to do something more, I guess, mind blowing, or they want to do something that's more. They want to be unique, I guess. They want to be like, hey, we're not going to be like all those other anime fighters. We're going to like actually push it. We're actually going to, put some effort into the game, so you don't get disappointed. So I'm wondering, maybe we'll see them shake it up. Because sometimes I've seen Chinese and Korean developers that just blow my mind with what they can do, and it's like, god damn. Like, it makes you go look at the Japanese developer, man, you need to step your game up. Like, seriously, you need to seriously step your game up. I'll give Arc System Works credit. I mean, they got the visual style nailed down. They are the pioneers of anime style graphics with fighting games. It's just, they're the absolute best at it. Nobody can beat them. I can't take that away from them. But as far as like being the leader in like anime fighting games in terms of mechanics, used to, not anymore. I think they've kind of regressed, because they've been coming like Capcom, like simplifying things and making things more accessible. So they're trying to fill in that niche with Capcom. Basically, we're the new Capcom. I'm like, well, I don't want you to be the new Capcom. I want you to be the Arc System Works that we know you for. I feel like they've gotten money in their head. They're like, hey, we like the money that Capcom audience brings, so we need to make the games cater to Capcom people, or mobile game players, or whatever. It's like not the core Arc System Works or Guilty Gear anime fighter audience. The older people, the ones that like want something more. So it's good for, I guess, new people that's never been into this shit, because a lot of these newcomers, they don't know shit about anime fighters. So I guess it's good for a starting point, I guess. I never saw Arc System Works as a starting point for anime fighters. I always saw like Arc System Works as like the advanced level. Like they're the advanced anime fighter business, like they used to be. Before then, they made hard games. Like even on Daisuke, like they said at one point, he liked making hard games. But he realized that just didn't bring money, and it also kind of alienated the beginners, because they feel that they can't get into it because the gap is too large for them. But at the same time, I was like, I'd rather have that large gap than have it be no gap. No gap to me can ruin the game. Then it's like, well, I guess anybody can play it, but at the same time, it takes away from the charm of the game. Like, why you come to play those games in general. And now you don't want to, because they dumb it down so bad. I don't want to see that happen. But we've seen it already, and fortunately Arc System Works just went down the toilet. It's the only games I care about Arc System Works now, really, is their rollback in their old games, because that seems to be the only thing worth a shit been coming out. Like, oh cool, we brought Persona 4 Ultimax to PC hopefully with rollback netcode. I'm like, yay, that was a good time for anime fighters. Guilty Gear Xrd and Blaze Blue Central Fiction. I'm like, yay, the good days of anime fighters. Not the horse shit we have now. And even to a degree, I really thought Melty Blood Type Lumina was going to be like the game for a while. I really thought, but it ended up not being the game. It was okay until I saw the shit I didn't like about it. See, at least I criticized Melty Blood. Like, I like the game, but there's the problems that I see that are just marring it really hard. And it makes me not like the game because of it. I don't like the auto combos. I think they need to be disabled. And they need to fix the netcode. It's problematic. Like, it's hurting the game, like, really bad. Like, Melty Blood's suffering because of I think those two issues. And the lack of characters. I think that's another reason. It takes way too long to bring out characters for the game. So you're going to be waiting for months and months and months on end before you see a character DLC. I know one's probably coming at the end of the year, maybe. Maybe. That's a maybe. If not, for sure, probably by next month. But even then, it's like, you know, it just feels like no one cares at this point. You know, it's like only a couple hundred people are going to buy the DLC. And then they're going to realize that, oh, yeah, we're done with this after this season. And we're not going to fix it anymore. We're not going to add anything else, you know. So I feel they're just going to abandon the game, and then the game suffers. And then they're like, oh, nobody wanted Melty Blood. No one likes it. I'm like, well, you need to fix the problems with the game so it doesn't die. You know, if they listened and stop dumbing things down and stop, you know, making it more accessible. It's like, I wish developers would stop clinging on to that notion that that's what fighting games need is accessibility. I really think they're just shooting themselves in the foot constantly when they do that. It's like, dude, if people want to play your game, they will. Even if it's hard. Even if, as long as they enjoy the game and they're having fun learning, they'll play it. And I'm sorry, well, it's like, well, it's not easy, so I'm not going to play it, even though they like it. It's, well, sounds like you just don't want to try. You know, and this is like, in DNF Duel, you cannot do, like, there's no excuse to not play it because it's like, it's free. Two, no one knows anything about it. We're just basing it on just footage we've seen, so we don't know shit about this game. So obviously, when I start playing at 6 o'clock, I'm gonna be. Oh yeah, I also want to rip the soundtrack. Yeah, make sure we do that too, guys. Moi will rip the soundtrack for you guys. Yours truly. We'll rip the DNF Duel soundtrack and upload it to my channel. I know a lot of people will like that. I love the music on this game. The game's fucking badass. It's like super hard ass rock. I love it. It's like gets me in the mood. It just gets me pumped hearing the music. I was like, oh, I want to fucking fight. I feel like fighting. But yeah, definitely. And then I'll make wallpapers. If the game turns out to be a just absolute heaven, I will gladly make a review video of it. I'll be like telling people like how I feel. And I think this might be the game that resurges anime fighters to like for real. If it's what I think it is, you know. But let's see first. Like obviously, I'm just speculating. I'm just basing it on the fucking 6. We've only seen 6 videos of this game. There's literally just 6 videos. That's all we know. We know nothing else. It is in the dark like a motherfucker. So we have nothing to go on but those little bit of footage. We get a whole whopping 4 minutes of footage. That's all we have. There's so little that we can deduce from that. There's just not enough info. I don't even know, like I said, I don't even know what the UI looks like. I don't even know what the button layout is. I don't even know like what the systems are in place. Like what is in place in this game? Like what do you have in here? What can we expect? I'm surprised they haven't mentioned a goddamn thing about it. Like it's been so hush hush. So maybe they're trying to surprise us. Maybe they're like, you know, or maybe they want to see what people think just by just sheer being in the dark. They want to see how people adapt to see, hey, do you guys like this? Does this feel enjoyable? From what just, or maybe it's just a taste of what's to come. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna build on this. It's gonna be, this is just a small taste, and they want to hear people's feedback, and they're like, what should we add? What should we, you know, what do you think needs to be in this game? Obviously, I don't play the beat 'em up. I would like, my friend does. I wouldn't mind playing it, but he told me that the mechanics in that game are for a beat 'em up are pretty damn deep. So it's definitely one of the more deeper beat 'em ups for sure. So that gives me a good sign where it's like, okay, well, maybe they'll apply that same logic to fighting games, where this is not your typical anime fighter. You know, this is something where it's like it's gonna be bananas. Like, and that's what I want. I want just batshit insane. Just, oh man, this game is gonna just be ultimate crack. I hope it's not like, it's not like Strive, or it's not like, Melty Blow, or just auto combos. Like, I don't want that. That to me would kill my mood on this game. But let's see what it has. I mean, there's too little to know. Too little. Too little. Need more info. We need lots of info. We need testing. But I'm hoping if it has rollback, I mean, that's going to be the big one, I think, for a lot of people. If does it have rollback? They didn't announce a goddamn thing about it. So I'm wondering is if maybe they're not going to do rollback. If they don't, I think they're going to get shot in the foot so hard. I really think they're going to be like, oh, we fucked up. Like, yeah, you need to, like, seriously implement it into your game. Or I'm hoping Arc System Works was like, hey, maybe they asked Arc System Works, can you do our netcode for us? Because Strive did so well, and we know it's bringing in the numbers, and we could use that help to make them do the netcode. I'm hoping they don't just Meeple just doesn't ignore it and actually knows it's an important feature, where they're like, hey, this needs to be front and center in your game, and it needs to be good. On top of that, the game needs to be good. If those two things can be met, you have a good roster, awesome mechanics, an excellent source netcode. Honestly, that's all you need. That's all you need. Those three things will sell you like hotcakes. Because the visual style is already appealing. And the visual style looks like Zerd. It looks like a slightly more polished Zerd. It looks like Zerd's graphics. It's just a little bit cleaner. So I think because of that reason, the game won't be as hard to develop for. Because the visuals are more simple. Whereas, Strive is just insane visual fidelity, which is like the next level. So in a sense, I kind of like that DNF Duel is not like overly done with the graphics. I think it's a good idea that they made the game not put so much into the graphics, put more into what matters. I'd rather the graphics be a step down and still look really good, and just have amazing gameplay, amazing music, amazing netcode, good features. I'd trade graphics for anything a day of the week for that. As long as the game looks suitable, like where it's like, hey, it's like an 8. It's solid. It looks good. It's nothing mind blowing, but it looks good. It's good enough. And if you put all the other money into the other points that matter, you got a winner. So yeah, I think a lot of people they judge games by visuals too much. Like, oh, if it doesn't look the best, it must be a shitty game. Which is like, I can attest for a fact that is a complete lie for me. Most of the best games I've played honestly don't look that good. They're not graphically superior at all. They're actually inferior. They're just like, oh, nothing special. They look good for what they are, but nothing special. They look like a last gen game, like something like the games I play look more like PS4 games, PS3 games, like more on the high end spectrum of the list, like a high end PS3 or a high end PS4 game. It looks like that, and I'm like, that's good enough for me. It doesn't need to look like PS5. It doesn't need to look like, oh my god, $3,000 computer graphics. It doesn't need to look like that. As long as it looks good enough. I personally like Xerd's graphics style for fighting games. I like that style. It's not over the top. It's fairly simple, but it's detailed enough. The only thing I don't like that's one thing I think this game is going to have over Strive. Guilty Gear Xrd is the backgrounds will be more detailed. Because that's one thing I noticed about Xrd, man, some of the stuff in the background looks really undetailed. Like, you notice it. It makes the game look kind of ugly. So I noticed like some things like text and certain textures that aren't prominent you look at them, they look really fucking bad. They're like low res. Like I know there's this one scene where Jam is looking at her bounty, the bounty paper she's holding when she juggles her meat bun. That shit looks awful. Like when you play it at 4K, it looks so bad. I'm just like, she looks fine, you know. I mean, granted, you see a little bit of the lines and stuff, the drawing, which they look kind of off. But yeah, some of the details like that just look terrible, and it really makes the game. It reminds me of KOF 15, where you look at the character models look good, but then you look at the background models, they're fucking ugly. They're so ugly. And it's like, ugh. It makes the game just look bad because you only showed care and love to the characters. And, like, some of the background, like, the characters in the background look god awful. Like, it's cringe bad. And I'm just like, oh my god. And the only reason I can think they did it is for system resources. So the game won't be slowed down. That's the only thing I can think of. Other than that, Halo 15 looks alright. Graphics are okay. They're nothing. I don't think they're that much better than 14. They're just slightly better. It's cleaner. I will say it looks more appropriate, but I don't think KOF 15 looks anything amazing in terms of graphics. I think the graphics, like, it's okay. Which is, I can forgive it as long as the game is good. I'd rather the game be good than have it be amazing graphics, which I know KOF 14 and 15 do not have the best graphics. That's one thing SNK is not very good at, is 3D graphics. They've always been bad at it. I don't think SNK's ever been good at 3D graphics. Every 3D fighting game that SNK's made, they've all looked ugly. Even before, when SNK did it in-house, like, it was just, ugh. It was cringe bad. Just ugly ass models. Like, there's a difference between having last gen graphics and just looking god awful. That looked god awful. Like, it was just like, holy shit, that looks like N64 graphics. Like, that looks terrible. Like, what the fuck? Like, where did you put the budget? Obviously wasn't in the graphics, that's for sure. But I mean, there's a degree. Like, if this game looked like a N64 game or a PlayStation 1 game, I'd be looking like, what? It's like, that looks kind of spunk. You know, that's, to me, unacceptable. But if it looks like a 2013, 2012 game with, you know, at the time was state-of-the-art, that's fine. That looks good enough. Like I said, I don't think anybody's going to say DNF Duel looks ugly. Anybody that says this game looks ugly is kind of stupid. Like, come on, the game looks fucking good. It's got a great art style. It's got very awesome character diversity. I will say the characters in this game are very diverse. Everybody looks very different, feels very different. So, even with the different job classes within the same branch, they all function different. So, they technically have, I think, 58 character types in this game that you can choose from. I think there's 14 characters that have like 4 job classes each. I think some have 5. 2 of the new jobs only have 1. But I think, yeah, so that's technically 14 times 4. That's 56. Plus 2, so it's like 58. Plus, I think a couple, almost 60, I think. It's like 60 characters that you can. That's a lot of characters you can choose from. That's awesome. So, definitely hope that we see that. Like, if this game does fucking bonkers amazing, and it's just honestly the next big fighting game where and it's actually got substance, I could see this game having like 3-4 seasons of DLC. Easy. If every reveal is going to have 5 characters, I could see every new season having 5 characters. I could see them doing that. And just adding them. But my prediction is, I think the base roster is going to be 15 characters. I think we're going to get another reveal of 5 more after this one. That'll be the roster. 15 is pretty solid. You know, not huge, not small, and then we'll probably see. I could see 3 seasons easy if the game does well. You know, if people if they sell like 50,000 copies or something, I could see them be like, oh yeah, this thing is getting seasons like up the ass. But I also think I need to make sure that the game is actually good. I'm gonna pre-order it. I'm getting this game day one. I mean, the beta will tell me a lot. So I'm hoping I have good news for everybody, and I can actually share my opinion and be like, "Hey guys, put your worries away. This game is about to bury Strive." Like, I would love to say that, like, Strive, you have met your maker. Like, this thing is going to bury you so hard into the ground, and no one will ever hear from you ever again. Like, I would like to see that. I would like to see this game just totally shit over Strive. That would be fucking amazing. I would be like, wow, it's happening. You know, it's sad that, you know, I want to wish death on my favorite fighting game series, but, you know, you love somebody that much, you gotta let them go. Like, hey, man, your time has come. Like, I don't know you anymore. I gotta let you go. Peace. Goodbye, Guilty Gear Strive. You won't be missed. But we'll see what happens. Anywho's, it's almost 5 o'clock, guys. I gotta get to sleep. So, thanks for watching, everybody. I don't know what I'm gonna play the rest of the week, so I gotta see. I don't know yet. So I'm thinking about playing Call of Juarez Gunslinger. I got that for free. Oh, by the way, I got a free copy of Final Fantasy VII Intergrade for PC. My job is giving me a free copy. So I ordered it already. So I'm hoping I'm going to get it soon. I don't know when I'm going to get it. But I'm happy that I'm actually going to be getting a copy. So, sweet. I don't have to spend $70 on a game that I already own for PS5. So, but I'm glad they're giving us codes. So that was pretty nice of them to do that. So I'll, after the beta's done for DNF Duel, I'll probably start playing Final Fantasy VII Integrate. I have not played it yet, so I would like to see it. Also, I want to see how good it runs on my computer, because I have not played it on my... I have a feeling this game is going to be super graphics demanding, so I don't know how it's going to run. I hope it doesn't run like shit. Hope it runs good, so we'll see. I doubt it's going to run at 4K, though. I seriously doubt it. I think I'm going to have to run it at 1440p or maybe even 1080. I just don't see it running at 4K. I just think my computer will probably have a heart attack. I saw the specs for it. They said to run at 1440p and then like a 1080 or a 5700 XT Radeon. It's pretty demanding. I have a 3060 Ti, which is like the equivalent of like a 2080 Super, or a little bit better than a 1080 Ti. So I can expect 1440p high detail. I think it'll run fine at 60 frames. But I don't think it'll run 4K. I really doubt it. I'm going to try. I do want to see how good it looks. I'm sure it looks fucking amazing at 4K. But at the same time, if it runs like 30 frames per second, I am not going to play it at that resolution. I'm like, yeah, fuck that. I'll just run it at 1440p. But we'll see. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get out of here. So thanks for watching, everybody. But we'll keep in touch. If for some reason I don't play on some days during the week, it's because I'm just tired. So there hasn't been really much I want to play. My gaming list is really small right now, so I'm kind of just waiting for stuff to play. So maybe I might want to just take a break until DNF Duel. And then after DNF Duel, I can get back with Final Fantasy VII Integrate. That game should last me shit. That'll probably last me at least 2 weeks minimum. So at least it keep me busy. And give me a reason to actually play it, because, you know, I actually want to play the DLC for it. I've never played it, so. See the ending and everything, but we'll see. But anyways, you guys have a good one. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Good night.